REPLIES Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG, Willie Mason, and the bro, Lukey Stowe. I'll quickly just start off with Lukey. You told us gave us some information. You had the funeral yesterday for the friend of yours that passed away that we mentioned last week, and the Bulldogs apparently had a couple of nice touches that were at the funeral too, mate.
Shout out to the OG, the quadruple OG, Gus Gould. Filmed a video for him during the thing as a Bulldogs member, so it was
awesome.
Pretty touching. It was a real good day with all my old mates, and we all did our best work at the Fiddler for a bit after, which was good to catch up with everyone. But it was just an awful situation. But it was some beautiful touches for the Bulldogs. So
that's nice.
Good like Gus and Aaron Warburton, Stu, and all good humans there.
Yeah, so it was beautiful.
Mace, we had the Super Bowl. Just do this nice and quick. Probably wasn't the greatest Super Bowl of all time. Big shout out to the Coogee Bay Hotel.
That was fun.
Great
that would have
setup.
been so much more fun if it was a good game.
Great set, and it would have been like we hosted with Braith a gig at the Coogee Bay Hotel. They had this whole outdoor beer garden set up, ready to go. We had to move it in because it was pissing down with rain, and it sort of, in a way, represented what the Super Bowl was.
It was fucked.
The game was, I don't know, unless you're a Seahawks fan, you're probably just stoked.
I'm known for leaving big events. I would have left that fucking right at halftime. Perfect. Halftime, just a little bit of third quarter and see you later.
Would you have watched Bad Bunny first?
Oh, yeah, Bad Bunny. Would have got him in.
It's such an interesting Super Bowl. Like, I watched, our man, the Pommy dude that always does, he's the one that does real sarcastic videos where he's pretending to talk on the phone.
Yeah. He's good.
His name's Tom something. I posted a clip the other day about people who post training workouts.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Yeah, he's so good. You know who he is,
you're right, mate.
He pretends like sometimes he'll hold like a shoe in his and he's lying down in his bed. Yeah.
Anything that anyone does that's obvious, like he's like, people say I'm off a piss, this, that, he's just whatever.
Oh, so you know you're not going to get on it this weekend. Oh, you might. Anyway. He did it and he was referring to like American sports. And when you think about the Super Bowl and like a 25-minute, half an hour break, all the carry on, the stop start of it, you can see why the average, especially UK fans, who they seem to have this argument around this time around World Cup versus Super Bowl and how big of an event is.
Would look good in the World Cup when Bad Bunny was.
Bad Bunny would have been.
I think he was all right anyway, but everyone's just, he's fucking English, it's American, and this and that. Don't get him.
It's
get someone else.
It was like I rewatched it because it's just
political as fuck.
Yeah, of course. It popped up on. It's really tense times over there. I feel
man.
And in Australia, to be
it's
fair.
tense times.
Yeah, everyone's just fucking chill out.
Eggshells, bro.
Everyone can just chill the fuck out.
Everything's a problem.
Both sides.
Just shut up, everyone.
Both sides. But yeah, I watched it back, it was it popped up on my YouTube algorithm.
Same.
So I just watched it last night, and it was like, and in terms of like choreography and dance,
cool as fuck.
Fuck, it was cool.
Nailed it.
But like, I just can't understand the
America.
lyrics.
That's what they wanted.
America, fuck yeah. Come to see the motherfucking day, yeah.
Oh God, you can see we didn't understand it. It was noisy as fuck where we were, and I'm still like, they're going to be filthy if you're American because of what's going on with all the with the ice and everything like that. So fuck. Anyway.
Yeah, all the Isaac Johns over there.
He had a bulletproof vest on underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's why he looked fucking weird.
Oh, and was that okay? Gotcha. That makes sense.
Apparently, he had one on at the Grammys too. If you see him at the Grammys when he won his award the week before,
I thought he just likes wearing weird shit.
He didn't have any family.
Just sending a message and shit.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's a part of the. Again, we're not a political show, are we? No. But you sort of
not a political pundit.
Tune into Carl Stefanovic.
Watch something else if you want some fucking.
He's getting after it at the moment.
Carlos is doing good numbers.
Carlos is getting after it.
He kills him. He's smart as hell.
Yeah, he's pissing people off too.
Yeah, you do when you have a strong opinion and you're smarter than most people.
Yeah.
If you're smart, go and battle him. Tucker Carlson out here. He's our Tucker Carlson. Go, Tucker Carlsonovic. Tucker Carlson out.
Oh,
shit.
And who's the other one? Is it Pommy? Is their version is Piers Morgan?
Piers Morgan. He gets
so
fucking grilled, man.
Yeah.
Undisputed.
All right, let's get into it. PAYNE HAAS, eh? There's been a lot of people throwing a lot of stuff out there, and I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. We've probably all seen different clips from different people over the last couple of days. So I will use a few of the questions from our followers, like we always do, to sort of just continue to discuss it, build it out, sort of what our thoughts are now that we've heard some of the rumors, some of the stuff that we, I wouldn't say predicted, but I was more so trying to discuss them with you and figure out if we are on the same page, if we thought the same with all this. And this is around the clauses. Now, we are hearing that there are clauses involved in this deal. And this one comes from Abdul Attar. L1 from day one, PAYNE HAAS does have an early exit clause in his contract from 2028 if R60 gets off the ground running. Love your work, lads. Yeah. Now, also, Mace, there were whispers, there were rumours that there is also an Uncle Wayne clause. We discussed that. So does that make sense? Does that make would that have been a huge reason why maybe Payne didn't stay at the Broncos? Because there are reports that the Broncos weren't willing to.
Yeah, it's weird.
They wanted him longer. They didn't want to put a clause in, and that's probably where there might have been some button on their heads.
And he's probably and then Brisbane's probably thinking, no one will fucking take you for 1 year.
Oh, for sure they would have to think that.
Well, just say or put that clause in. Sorry, I'll take you for 3 or 4 years, but the clause on your favour to the player.
Yeah.
No one. They would have been thinking, no one's going to get that.
But history says, mate, star players always get
this guy on the open market.
Yeah.
PAYNE HAAS, anyone here whispers, and obviously South's got the mail, and whoever his manager directed that at, right? And I think there's not many clubs that got that call, right? He didn't want to play for many.
It feels like there's only one club that got
there was only one. I can honestly say there was only one. That's why it's been kept so tight. And they're going, yeah, we'll have you for one. I'll sign you a 3-year deal. That's how it would come out in the news. Mm-hmm. But let's just have a look. He's got 1 more year here at the Broncos, so they can run it back. Mm-hmm. There's your opportunity to run it back. So they're not taking that off you. But, so if you go down to South, we'll give you a 3-year deal. So you're going to be 27 by then. Yeah. 3 years, then 1 year deal proper. Then if R360 jumps off, you can go.
Yeah, it sounds like
it
sounds like that was a big part of it.
It is, mate. And this is when you're PAYNE HAAS, you can do these deals.
Yeah. Not
fucking anyone else other than probably about 2 or 3 people could actually get away with this. You want PAYNE HAAS just for 1 year. I don't care.
I've got to the point with this. I understand how good Payne is, and if it brings them a premiership, then that's the ultimate sort of sacrifice that you make when you put these clauses in. But I still wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for anyone, mate. I wouldn't. Yeah. But again, you got there's so many factors that you've got to consider with this particular deal. It feels like a lot of those guys, the window for the South Sydney players that they currently have is getting smaller by the day.
Probably
it's getting smaller by the day.
They don't improve dramatically this year, and then are in line for a hit 2027. It's a waste of time, isn't it?
Yeah. But also, and then another huge factor as well, and the one that makes sense is the Wayne connection. It feels like that was a huge reason why this got done as well, why no one else. You could see, other podcasts. It feels like other people within the media who are attached to clubs, and Lukey, you can speak on this and know where I'm going with this. I think other clubs were not happy. It felt like the Luca deal. This is where it feels like the Luca deal, where it's like, it felt like only LA got an opportunity to go after him. It feels like there's unrest among the community that Souths were the only team, and the reason totally makes sense for everything that you've said, mate. It feels like it was like not as much to do with the Broncos or any other club. It feels like he just wanted to go play under. If he is going to play for 1 more year or 2 more years, it's under Wayne.
Yeah, that's it. It's as clear as it is.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to complicate it, put your tinfoil hat on or anything like that. It is what it is. If Brisbane had their time again, do you reckon they wouldn't even try and test him like that? Did they offer him a 4-year deal?
My gut feeling, and just hearing the whispers around the league and watching as much content as I feel like Broncos didn't even really have a chance in this. Like it feels like it was a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
My gut feeling is that he was going to go with everything that I'm hearing now to 360, and he was willing to play one more year and then go to 360 if that did eventuate. And then once he'd sort of had that in mind, I think it was always the last dance for him at the Broncos, and then the pivot now has been all right. 360 is not happening. Let's get if I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna play a year or two, it's gonna be with Wayne and my boys, the David Fafita and Terrell Mitt and all that. Like that would have been super appealing.
Yep.
I've got a little funny story, and we won't clip this up, but this is just for the potty for us. Ran into a couple of boys. We won't name who they are. About 4 or 5 of the boys ran into the boys down the beach. And apparently Uncle Wayne walked into training on Monday and goes, Big Dog still got it. Got the job done.
Oh, I love it.
To a couple of the boys that were just sitting around in the locker room.
Picture it.
Because no one's seen it coming, right? And the big part of this, and this is why I think it was kept under wraps. Like, it feels like, again, that he just went, Payne's just like, you know what? I'm done. This is the team I want to go to. Let's get it done. And it was done within about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
So that's why, obviously still you've got to keep it under wraps and you've got to go through the right channels. But if it lasted maybe 2 weeks, for sure a whisper gets out.
The only person who could pull this off is Wayne. So his management knew, Wayne knew, and maybe Russell.
And it was Friday. So it was Friday was the meeting, and then it was pen to pad on
Do you
Sunday.
remember Wayne's history when he signed with the Roosters in 2008?
Yes.
And they spoke it out in the media. That's why a lot went to the Roosters in 2008, remember?
Yep. He canned it, didn't he?
And he canned it.
Yep.
And we ended up with Freddie. Do you know what I mean? I was speaking to Oga the other day. I said, imagine if we had Wayne there for like 8, 9. We would have stayed there.
Yeah, fucking
I would
hell.
have stayed there.
Yeah.
It was simply because of coaching and shit like that I left. Same as Oga. And I said, but he's big on morals and shit like that and principles. You fucking do that, he would have ended the PAYNE HAAS deal if Payne's management if it had got out to the media. So he tests you massively like that.
Yeah. So if someone from within South had leaked it, right?
Anyone.
Because there would only been, I reckon there would have maybe been 3 or 4 people in the conversation. And I'm going to say this respectfully to people involved in the South. I think there might have only been 2 originally, Wayne and Russ.
I think Wayne. I think that's it.
Yep. Originally, right?
Yeah.
Right. This is the management. Payne says to management, I want to go to South. The management reach out to Wayne. Wayne probably goes directly to Russell. And then maybe a couple of more people who needed to cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah, some board members.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Maybe a chairman.
I don't think even board members.
I don't know. Whoever's the money man.
Is it Solly who's the GM? It would have to be
someone
maybe Solly.
Someone in football. I don't even fucking remember. I don't even think him.
Whoever has to register the contract, Mace, is my point.
Well,
whoever that is.
Yeah. I think that's Solly.
Because they would have been negotiating for Keon, and it's the same. So there would have been the dialogue there.
Yeah.
So
Yes. It's the same management. Yeah. So the management knew. So that's a part of it as well. Yeah. Good point, Lukey. So that was a part of it as well, where there was cap information known from the manager who looked after Keon. This is what they had allocated.
He's got a good team around him.
It feels like Payne did not want to negotiate and like get a huge number. He just like, all right, that's my number because I want to play with them. I'm going to make a shitload of money regardless. So
that deal for R360 is still on the table, is it?
And another part of this too, this is what it feels like. If R360 feels like that's a foregone conclusion, like if that does get up and running,
that's going to get up and running.
He's gone, right? That he'll go there. If not, I think a lot of the players that are currently on the roster, so he might have gone for a generous number next 27, generous number on the cap, that is, and then the following year. There are a couple of players. There's a lot of those players that aren't on the books. So then he gets huge. Is it ratchet when they go up? Oh no, ratchet is
the ratchet clause is the one where you
can back end.
Back end the deal. Ratchet is when the salary cap goes up. So then that
your percentage goes
correct.
up. Yeah.
Yep. Correct. So,
Anyway, Brisbane. Who dropped the ball in Brisbane? Did anyone drop the ball there?
I don't think
Have they
anyone
fucked
did.
it, or did they go, here's the offer, we're not going to put a clause in, and there's no fucking clause in your favour, it's in our favour. Is this how it went? And he's like, fuck that, I want to go. After they offered him a 4-year deal. So they've offered him a 4-year deal, so 26, 27, 28, 29. He 100% is going to go in 2028, right, with this thing. They know that. If it's fair income, and I don't think he's even told them, I am going. So just join the lines, put the lines together, mate. Do the
Connect
2
the
years,
dots.
connect the dots. He's 100% going to go in 28 when R360 kicks off. They're not going to spend billions of dollars, these blokes, the Saudis, and not get this shit up and running. It's fucking going. So obviously that's the mail to all management. Just fucking keep these guys busy or whatever. And then in 28, we're firing back up. He 100% has got that, right? So he just needs 2 years to chill. Or just keep playing footy and not even stress. And then Brisbane should have just went, I'll give you a 4-year deal. Give you 2 of your best now. And then if you go, you go.
See, I wouldn't have done that. If that is the case,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they should have done it, but that's
no, we're asking questions.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that's how it would have played out.
Yeah.
But obviously in my voice, and he's just gone, no, fuck that. I want it in mine.
Yep.
I want the clause in mine. And I'm not happy with what's going on. I've been running to the dirt, and I don't think I can just play for more than 4 years.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he's thinking longevity, right? He's seen a lot of his mates switch, go to union, this, that. He's like, fuck, I want a piece of this pie. He's seen the Sonny Bill runs. He's seen all these guys. They've done it. Suoliti, all these guys. He's going, fuck, I can have a crack at this. I could play till I'm 35, 36, longevity-wise. His legacy's done in league after 27. Done. He's the best prop ever to play.
I want to ask you a question on that because I thought about this. I forgot to put it in my notes. So I don't want to lose my train
10
of thought.
years of fucking blueprint.
When you I think sometimes maybe fans, people within the game take for granted or maybe expect that players, not to say that he doesn't care about his legacy, but like it means more to them and how they're viewed long term. Like a couple of classic examples that will come up for the history of time is what coulda, shoulda, woulda been with the legacy for guys like Sonny and Sam, right? Still considered two of our greatest ever athletes, forwards of all time. But the little blemish on their roster for proper rugby league diehards is that, you know, where will they be considered is because they defected and went over to rugby union and come back. They sort of set their own path and were unique.
Trailblazers.
And like, not everyone thinks like that anyway. Like, not all players. Like, they could. A lot of them
can't do it. This is why there's a little fucking small group of players like Sonny Bill and Sam Burgess and Israel Folau and Suoliti. That's out of thousands of players in the last 10 or 15 years. There's only 4 names that you could probably name. Those guys that are going to switch up and go fucking gangbusters. Sammy was in his peak in league and he left.
Yes.
Just to see, and his body was coming and I think he was in late 20s, wasn't he? Mid to late? I don't know, 26, 27?
So 14 they won the grand final and he was peak Sam. He was peak Sam.
So that was peak, yeah.
And then he only lasted a year and a half, and then he returned, and then he got injured after. Like, Sammy retired before like 30.
Sammy's body was bust. He couldn't even lift his fucking arm.
Joined Bath in 2014 and played England World Cup 2015.
But my point is, Mace, do any of those players lose any sleep about how they're viewed from the rugby league community and all that?
I look at the people's peak, their peak. I look at players'
They couldn't
peak.
give a shit.
You're not going to get longevity and peak for like 20 plus years, especially in rugby league in our game. But and you don't get Cam Smith peak as well. Cam peak his whole fucking career.
Yeah.
It's a joke, right? So everyone else, you get about a 5 to 10 year peak, right? About 5 to 7 when you're playing rep football, all the great players, and then you sort of come back down. And then that's how it happens. So where Sonny was peak 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he come back like 13, 14. It was just in little increments, right? And same as like Izzy Folau's peak was fucking crazy.
Yep.
Suoliti, I don't think he has peaked.
No, he hadn't peaked in rugby league.
Sam Burgess, like he was peaking, and injuries and everything like that, and positional play.
Yep.
Because if you have a look at Sam, if he was going to union in just say when he was a young kid, didn't leave union, he'd be a 6 or a 7 or an 8. Not 7, 6 or 8. He's a ball runner.
Yeah, okay.
He's a ball runner, and he just fucking hits and defends. Like the 12 position is so fucking It's hard. It's one of the hardest positions to play. Crash ball. Sonny revolutionised the game because of offloads. No one could touch him. Right? Sam doesn't have an offload like Sonny.
No,
He's
not like Sonny.
Like Sam's a more of a ball runner.
Correct.
You know, like and a hitter.
And physicality.
Yeah, and a hitter, like a line hit. You know, like it's the perfect way to play a 6 or an 8.
Remember when they fucking went at each other off the kickoff there, the first game back? Fuck, that was fucking awesome.
Mate. But yeah, the peak, and I look at PAYNE HAAS's peak the last 5 or 6 years, 7 years. So we're going to see about 7 years of peak. He would go up against any fucking forward that's ever played the game. Put your resume against it. You'll fucking school it. He will school it.
Yeah.
Like if you think you're fucking, like you've played 80s,
Stats-wise,
90s, 2000s, 2010s, whatever, go against, try and give him another 2 years.
We haven't seen a PAYNE HAAS before.
Do another 2 years and just say if you're a journo or you're rating these front roles and shit, you don't know shit about the game if he's not in your top 3.
But this is to my point, right? And I want to ask you this question. Like, a lot of people might, well, not a lot of people may assume in order to keep Payne to dangle that carrot, like you could go down with the legacy, you could be the greatest of all time, and like who's to say he gives a fuck about any of that stuff?
No, but I'm just saying, just say if he left right now, I think people could make an argument for it.
Yes.
They could. But give me 26 and 27 to really stamp your foot down.
Yeah.
No one can argue with it. No one.
So you still think he's got the ability to do that in the next 2 years, like cement that legacy?
Easily. Yeah, gotcha. If he left right now, I'd be like, damn, I would have loved to see another couple. Yeah. Like, because I think he's playing his best football now.
Yeah.
More complete.
Agreed.
You know, so now we get to see in the
Origin
next 2 years.
Tick that box.
Yeah, the next 2 years. Now we get to see that. And just enjoy watching him play because I think he's an anomaly, mate.
Yeah.
You're never going to see that again.
Yeah. He's with special athletes. So special athletes get special deals. And I want to clarify this as well, again, just before we move off it from the Broncos side, which we'll get to now from the Zion podcast has got a shout with how they spend the money. If that is the case and your hypothetical is correct, where the Broncos didn't want to put that deal in with the fear of losing him later on, then I'm okay with that if I'm a Broncos fan, I think.
That's what it would have had to be.
And I've said this before with Tino's deal, with Jerome Luai's deal, with who else? Dylan Brown had one at the Parramatta, didn't he, Lukey? Like I'm clauses if that's the way you keep star players, because then that creates uncertainty down the later on down the track with the way you manage your salary cap, because I think that can become very tricky. Then all right, you're one of the greatest props of all time, but okay, go down to Souths and they can have that sort of headache issue in a year's time when it gets to it. You know what? My blowback on that is just like, we keep saying how special PAYNE HAAS is and everything like, and how hard it is to come by front rows. I'd just go. So you're the opposite to me. Okay, because I know how. I don't see. We're trying to figure out what they're going to do in 2 or 3 years now. No. Because you just want to win. Yeah, it's a win now mentality. If you got the cattle, get as much as you can out of it. Because I don't see anyone developing a PAYNE HAAS when you've got these outliers that are sitting in right at your fucking in your building. They're coming in every day. Letting him go. I think more people would lean your way. Yeah, for sure. Just get all. You know what? General managers and owners are proving your point because for top tier players, there are more top tier, mate. There's a top tier, and then there's him. Yeah, you know. So it's just like, we just got to make do. Like these players look what he's end up getting. He gets to play one more year to run it back, and then he gets to go down to South with a clause in his contract. If Wayne goes. R360 kicks off, I'm done, boys. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's what sort of player that he could, I think him and maybe one or two, I can't even name them off the top of the head, that could get away with that right now. I'll give you two. Who? His teammate. Reece. He could demand anything he wanted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think like Payne, I don't think he's up that level where Payne HAAS is. And then the big dog at the foot of the mountains. And Cleary. They're the only ones who can hold a ransom like that. They're the only three that can dictate. Yeah. And they're special player. Fullback, a 7, and a front row. Yeah. Who are the fucking main players on that field? I don't think there's anyone else on the list. Those are the three. You agree with that? I agree with that. I was going to say them anyway, but I wasn't quite sure if they could. Yeah. All right, well, let's get to his teammates, and there could be some upgrades for the Broncos. This one comes from Zion Podcast. $1.5 million to spend. Potentially. We don't know the exact number, but yeah, it sounds like minimum. It's thereabouts. Yeah. So Bronx can't replace him but they need to upgrade. Now, Walshy just got done. Ezra got done a couple of years ago. You got Paddy, X, Stags, Mariner, Karapani, Piakura, Ricky, and Shibs is the big one. They might not lose Shibasaki now.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
He deserves an upgrade.
Mate, and I've said this all along, I thought there was no world in which they could keep Gemat Shibasaki, but now that the big dog's moving on, Shiba might get 500 of the best.
Oh, he's an incumbent Queenslander and Australian and a fucking grand final winner.
Well, he wasn't going to
the treble.
He wasn't going to anything close to that with Payne still there.
No, he got the treble.
So,
fucking mate, you got to pay him. I mean, he had a great run, great story, but he delivered on every single level.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, well.
Happy for
what
him.
What does that warrant? 500-600 for that guy?
So.
I think so.
Yep.
And that's at the Broncos. If he goes anywhere else, if he goes Titans or somewhere, he gets 7.
No, it was the links were Papua New Guinea, Perth, all that sort of stuff.
Million Papua New Guinea.
Mate, that's 7-8.
Fucking oath.
And,
what you're bringing in too.
Yeah.
Bro, Shibs, you'd be looking good at the
Smoke Shiba.
Get the Shiba in. Be looking good in Moresby, bro. Your bill and bag.
I'm happy. I'm happy for him, man, because that was one of the great stories of last year. And for sure, you know, like if you're Shibasaki, you want to stay and not lose a player like Payne, but he'll benefit. I think our man Dean Mariner.
Yeah.
I think he's a chance of staying in the next couple of years.
You get these guys pretty cheap, I reckon. Like Mariner 300, I reckon, 350.
Nah, there'll be a market for Mariner. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking, there'll be a market for him somewhere else. The Broncos are like, they'll fucking go here. Because you want to play with the Broncos right now.
Yes.
You want to win, mate? You want to hear?
Yes.
Here's 320, 350 max. You want to play? Because when they're in the power position like these Broncos, it's a privilege to play for that club.
It is. It's always a privilege, but now they're a genuine window. Yeah, Karapani.
Mariner, same level.
Yep.
350.
Pikura.
I'm thinking 350 in this world. 400.
Yep.
Open market 6.
Yes.
6 plus.
Yeah.
Depending on the market, right?
The
Perth,
team. Yeah.
different team. Startup. No fucking runs on the board. Right?
Yep.
Whole different country maybe. PNG. Fucking Perth. That's got to be
that's a factor.
200, 300,000 for me to fucking leave that.
That's
to leave
factor.
Brisbane. 500 to go to New Guinea.
If you were
extra of what I'm getting.
If you were Primo G, and we'll get to this with PNG, I find it's going to be very difficult for them to recruit, considering how difficult it's been for
this
Perth.
will recruit.
I know. So I want to throw some hypotheticals at you.
Give me some. I love
you are leaving the Bulldogs. You're going to the Roosters. Let's just throw this number at it for 500,000 to go to the Roosters. Actually, I'll use current numbers. So you know, if you're leaving the Bulldogs back in this current climate, you're $1 million player at the Roosters. How much to go to Papua New Guinea for you?
Yeah. And just say I have to go.
No, as in, where would the conversation have to start? It would have to be 1.5 tax free, right?
Yeah. And that's what the
equivalent of like a 2.7.
Yeah. And that's where you're looking at it there. Where New Guinea's going to have to come with massive heat to get like a marquee player. Tedesco, he comes off 26 after this year or 27?
He signed a 1-year extension last year.
He'd be my number one target if I was New Guinea.
You always bring up Teddy. Teddy ain't going nowhere.
I know that.
He's a Roosters fan.
If the Roosters go, he's a friendly little deal at 500.
I think the reason you bring him up because he's that veteran player at the back end who's just going to cash in heavy.
No one cares what you do in New Guinea, mate.
Yeah.
Your legacy will be at the Roosters and it's cemented already, right? And I watch depends how set up you are in your life. We don't know how good these guys are off the field or if they need.
I think Teddy's going all right.
I think Teddy, I'm not here. But other players, you don't know what they're going through. And
the Roosters just went over and did the Kokoda Trail too, and he loved it in Papua New Guinea. So maybe there's the connection as well.
They want to get rid of you, Teddy.
Ches looked like he loved it as well. At 19th man for Papua New Guinea.
36. What am I doing? The fucking coca.
Ches could be 42 being the 19th man for Papua New Guinea in 2022.
On fucking $1 million. He'll get you. Yeah, I think so. It's just like they're going to have to pay a lot of money. And I think a lot of money will work.
Yeah.
Because money talks all the time. I don't give a fuck. You just suck it up. It'll test you, like how your resolve or how much you want to play first grade. You want to play NRL? Play New Guinea, mate. Here's a contract right here. What are you going to do? Then you like the club doesn't want you. No one wants you in Australia, and you got that one club, a lot of players are going to be put in this position.
Or no one wants you for the price that you value
Yeah,
yourself
and you
at.
think you can get this, and then you have a look at the tax breaks, and you have a look how much you can bring home from $100, right? And you're like, fuck, it's twice as much.
Mad Beetle Nut third-party sponsor
Beetle
too.
Nut, yeah. I'll come on board. I can source that out for you.
I stuffed up some information. I want to apologise to the Broncos fans. I had a couple of people
Oh yeah, I just
call it
read
out.
that fucking comment.
There's two ways to address things in life, mate. So we talked at the start about a lot of hate, and I did get information wrong, so I'm putting my hand up. But I want to read out two replies with regards to me talking about Payne Haas's situation originally when he got booed. So this one comes from Typical Jack, and I also want to clarify. I think a lot of people. This is such a big story that a lot of Broncos fans would have just been chasing podcasts. I don't know if I haven't seen his name before, so I don't know if
What's Scope got to say about this shit?
He's not. I don't think he's an L1 from day one. But let's read this one out. These are two ways to go about things. Scope. That's not even remotely true on why Payne Haas was booed. Come on, mate. If you're going to throw that shit out there on a platform like this, you're paid to be informed. Payne requested an immediate release 24 hours before a game. Payne then sacked his management in the weeks after the incident and said he was embarrassed and was sorry that his management did that. He said he had bad people around him in his management that didn't have his best interests at heart. Then he hired his current manager, Ahmed Mehdi.
Good man,
Ahmed. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Mehdi. Imagine freewheeling absolute bullshit like that. Imagine giving Broncos fans a rinse after this has happened to them. Making shit up, claiming they're planning to boo him this year. We love Payne. He delivered for us, and we couldn't be more grateful. Be better, mate. The last bit gets me.
The last one's fucking brutal.
The last bit gets me. All right, and then this is from SLR. Just a bit of a correction. Payne's manager requested a release. We then booed him for that. It wasn't because he said he wanted to leave at the end of the season. He wanted an immediate release. Both would have been. I mean, SLR.
You got the message.
That's the message. Thank you, SLR. And I want to put my hand up and apologise to Broncos fans. In no way was I freewheeling absolute bullshit. I made a mistake with, I guess, my information around why he was booed. But you still booed someone that was currently on your roster. Mm-hmm. And, I was fully against it at the time too because, again, when you talk about the management situation, but I wasn't, in no way was I rinsing the Broncos fans on Monday.
Sensitive.
We were just asking the question because I wanted to know what it would be like, what the reaction would be like. And for the most part, I agree, like 90% of the Broncos fans have handled this really well, in my opinion.
He's probably watching the Bad Bunny thing on Monday.
He's pretty fired up.
He was fired up. After watching Bad Bunny.
And it's very typical from
appearance. He's just went, fuck you, Scope. Expect better. How dare you rinse us like that?
Be better. So and the other part around, what is it? You get thrown around. You're paid to be informed. We're a fucking podcast. Chill out, man. Like it's fucking chill the fuck out.
It's for free. The love of it.
I have nothing against it. I tipped the Broncos to win the grand final last year. Dude. I don't have to. I feel like I'm justifying myself. I don't have to do that now.
We understand his
just
pain.
Be better, mate.
Just be better.
That
Jack.
is so condescending.
Relax,
hey, mate, be better, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking shut up, mate.
Yeah. Normally, I don't put if there's negative comments, I never really give them a shout out.
Yeah.
So this is the reason I want to put this one in is because you could have just done what SLR done.
SLR 5000.
And I want to find a way to. I want to reward SLR. So we'll come up with something. If we've got some stuff coming up where we will reward him for just correcting me. That's fine. I'm not opposed.
Hats, hoodies.
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to that. You can check us in the comments. I will read it out and I will apologise. But don't hit me with be better, mate.
That's the rule. Bang.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Hoos.
I don't need that.
I feel like it's directed at me a little bit too because I was fucking all in behind you.
No, I guess so.
I was thinking like when did this happen? I was thinking 23 or 4.
Yeah,
22.
Article,
I know, but you're saying 22.
Why don't you check us, mate? Be better, Lukey.
Be better, mate.
Fucking hell.
We all need a lift, guys.
Yeah. We got to be better. We do have to be better.
Rocket like this to get me going.
How with that too, I remember because I had to go back and watch it. I had to go back and watch it to see if he. I was like, "Fuck, I did say that," and then also read the articles. And I was like, "Fuck, he's right," and then getting the gum out. But then I was like,
I stole them from the dog strain.
that feels like it was only a year or two ago. Like, because we were discussing it, right? And then we got the information. It was 2022. Fuck, time goes quick.
I get the bulldog. Have you tried? You tried them, mate?
Yeah.
Zooms.
He gave it to me the other day.
What do you think?
Well,
Would you have them before training?
Depends if they're going to sponsor us or something.
No, I don't give a fuck about that. I just want fucking automatic energy.
Can we get? Well, who's the?
I don't know,
Bulldogs?
because
chat to the Bulldogs and
Well,
get them
going to the dogs, I said to Trav, I said, what the fuck are these? Because the guy, did we see it on Shark Tank? The guy, he said they tried to buy it for 30 mil and stuff like that. And the guy's like,
Oh, was that guy?
yeah, that's this guy. And now he's
Are they
valued at
Asian
200,
kids? Are they Asian
250
kids?
mil.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now there's boxes
I've
at
seen the
training.
clips. I've seen the clips.
Boxes at training. So I just
There you
roll
go.
past every Wednesday and just grab about 3 or 4.
Well,
fucking work.
I'm not gonna touch him, Zoom, until we sponsor. So, let's get to some respect for Razza, and I love this from James Crawford. Roy was our biggest signing ever, which is a huge statement to start with for Rabbitohs fans. But
What about Ronnie Curt?
well, yeah.
Ronnie Curt's the greatest signing, mate.
Okay. In terms of since they returned back into the NRL, he signed after not one. Well, he's written one, but he signed after Souths got 4 wooden spoons.
3, 4, 5, 6. They got the spoons.
Did they get them all in a row, or was that since they returned? Can you have a look at that, Lukey, and see when what years they got the spoons? But either way, once
3,
they
4,
returned,
I'm pretty
there was a period where they got 4 wooden spoons.
Yeah, I think it was that 3, 4, 5, 6.
He then signed after them. He changed our culture. We then won the comp the year after he retired because of multiple injuries.
Yeah.
He literally helped South recruit and showed them how to behave like winners. I hope one day he will be a South club immortal. That's a good shout.
Shout, mate.
Yep.
And it's true. I was obviously playing against him and played with him. Been good friends with Razza since '99. When I come here in '98, come down in '98. We got him from New Zealand '99.
Yeah.
Both come through the grades, probably about 2 years apart. And then when he made that decision, he was the fucking best prop in the game. Like no one's seen anything like that.
No.
He fucking carved today's game up with that footwork and it was just his body gave up on him.
He ended up captaining New Zealand really quickly
man.
too, didn't he? Really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very respected human, Razza.
Lukey sent us a screenshot of a couple of messages that will get thrown around. So, and I want South fans to not confuse what we said with some players that performed really well.
Just be better, mate. You know?
A really notable player who was instrumental for him. I think maybe one of the not unsung Rabbitohs fans love him. Ben Teo. Ben Teo was awesome for him, but also Ben Teo wasn't a huge signing once he arrived. He's a really, really good player.
Gun.
But he wasn't like the elites, like, he's not like up there with the Sammies and the GI. So that's the point. But also Conrad Hurrell was in the comments and said, put some respect on Saliva Havili's name too.
The doggo.
Yeah, he's
He's always looking after the doggo.
Yeah, he goes, put some respect. He goes, oh, they forgot you, Tucker.
Saliva. He's got a good sense of humour.
He's the best.
Oh, fuck, he makes me
He's
laugh.
the best.
When you
I love
said that, I was like,
I did a little
still
giggle
running
for him.
around?
Yes, I think he's playing championship level in the UK at the moment.
Just loves footy.
He was
be loving it over there. Be cult hero.
Fuck, is he at Bradford with? No, not with Georgie.
He's always somewhere around there.
I'm sure Georgie. I think Georgie's finished up at Bradford. We've seen Georgie before over there. He's going to come
great
back.
human, man.
Yeah, can't wait till Georgie gets back.
FC Lesignan.
Oh, is that Lesignan?
He's in Lesignan.
Oh, so he's gone to France. He's the best.
Another 5 years.
Yeah, he's the best.
Why wouldn't you? Run it. So did you get what South did when they won the spoons?
Oh, yes, sorry. The South.
Was it 3, 4, 5, 6?
It was 3, 4, 6.
3, 4, and 6.
Okay, so they must have won another one in the space before Raz arrives. But anyway, yeah, it's good. It's a great comment and mad respect to Roy Azatazi. Let's get on to Papa Macros.
Yeah.
Get your orders in now. So Thursday, this is the cutoff day. Get your orders in. Put in the code levels 30. We got the report back from everyone who's been buying. So people are absolutely loving Papa Macros.
I've
Our
been
audience are
pumping
frothing it. Like especially, you can see the new orders and you can see the repeat customers. So we are getting repeat customers coming back, which is a great sign for our audience. If you haven't yet and you want to get involved, put in the code levels 30. That'll get you $30 off your first box. And then, like a number of our audience, they're coming back. They're loving it. You're putting your orders in, getting them ready for tonight. Put in the code levels10. That'll get you 10% off all future orders for our audience. I even had my man Jakey Miller text me the other day.
Milky's sat on him.
Milky's up there. Well, he's me and him have got a running joke about like receiving overs throughout the back end of our career by getting the highest paid players at Wakefield at one point and all this sort of dribble. And he goes, now that he's on unders and actually he's a tradie and he's getting up early in the morning, getting home late at night. He goes, I need those Papa Macros meals.
Yeah, it's good.
They just
tradies would love. You love it if you're a tradie and you're into your health, which a lot are, and a lot aren't.
Yep. All right, here we go. Here's a sort of reply, slash question. This one comes from Floozer. We talked about the pros of having, that gun super sub on the bench if you need him.
Yeah.
But Floozer's brought up something that you've mentioned before, and he wants to ask you this question. Sup, bros? Love the enthusiasm about the six-man bench for Origin, but something I remember the OG Widemu said in the last few years has always stuck to me. Something along the lines of coming into an Origin game 30-plus minutes is hard because it's like trying to jump on the treadmill while it's already going fast. You think there could be more negative outcomes trying to bring a gun on while everyone's already
I saw that
pace.
Comment and I was like, these young men are fucking prime athletes, right? I'm giving you a little indication of how quick it is.
Yes.
There's not that many people that can't do it at that level, right? You just do it.
What about, because I like the question for this, what about guys that, there's
the guys that had never been off the bench.
There's a bit of an art to it, mate.
Yeah, it is.
There's a bit of and there's, you get better with reps. I remember at the back end of my career, once I'd spend 5 or 6 years starting properly, I found it an adjustment to get back to coming off the bench because you lose all your, part of the warm up is being ready to go straight out there for the kickoff. And then when you don't have that,
it's the emotional energy and everything like that you do use. So when I was like, I'd start most of the time with in NRL teams, and depending on the coach, like he could play me off the bench or he could start me, depending, because it's a 17-man game always, and especially I could play a lot of positions in the middle. Like I'd play right edge, left edge, and in the middle, and defend most positions. So like I could be, if you get the two starters like O'Mealy.
Yep.
Oga couldn't play off the bench in rep teams.
Yep.
I could.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So it's because of I had good leg speed and versatility and that in the middle a little bit, and on the edges where I want to start Oga all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
All the time.
Oga's
I'm starting fucking, and I would happily go back to the bench.
He's a tone setter.
I would happily go back to the bench because we'd have conversation. He said, "What do you think, Mace? What do you want to do?" I said, "Fucking Oga starts."
Yeah.
Because Oga doesn't know how to come off the bench.
Yeah.
He fucking has no idea. He fucking he wouldn't know from the game day and the intensity levels. It has to roll into start.
Imagine his intensity warming up and then not starting him.
That's exactly right. And there was a couple of tests over in England. I'm like, don't fucking leave this nut on the bench. I said, I'll go to the bench. So fucking let him go out there and just get fucking pummeled. and that's the difference, right? And I understood the difference in assignments pretty much.
Yeah.
And I could always be pumped up before a game, but I could just drop it back.
Yeah.
Compartmentalize a lot, know my role. But you have to really learn it. And even at a rep level, like Gus goes, when you come on, my first couple of years in Origin, I was playing off the bench, right?
Yep.
And Gus is like, when you come on, don't try and fucking change your game by yourself. Get the guys that have been on there longer than you and get into the game slowly. Yeah. Get a ball, pass it to the guy who's going to be coming off in 5 or 10 minutes, get him back in the game with your energy like that. Don't come on and fucking just take hit-ups, try and scream out of the line. He goes, because you'll fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And I said, because I done it the first couple, blew out.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of trying to chase your fucking ass. And I said, I sort of warmed up into the game, and by, I'm talking like minutes, like 4th, 5th, 6th minute. You're fucking sweet. But if you come out, hit up, fucking kick pressure, 2 tackles, 3 tackles in, dude, I don't care if you do that at a club level in the first. You don't do that in the club level at the start of a game because you warm into the fucking thing, don't you?
So this is why I think it's a good question.
Subconsciously, yeah, it is a good question. But I'm just saying, but these guys, you got to pick players who know how to play off the bench.
Yeah.
Some players, that's why I'd always pick a specialist.
Connor Watson.
Yeah, Spencer Leniu. I'd always start Spencer Leniu on the bench. I don't care what he's doing. I want him to come off. I don't want to start him. Not in the rep scene. Not in New South Wales. I could because he's so damaging with both, but I think he's better off the bench. Mitch Barnett, I could play him off the bench because he'd be playing off the bench in Newcastle sometimes.
Yeah.
He's only arrived as that premier prop. There's the bench in
And
there.
he's been versatile.
He's very versatile
back
back row. That's why I think he's one of the best slashes in the game.
Yep.
Back row, front row, lock, same sort of positions because he played for like 8 years in Newcastle, left edge, right edge. You know what position he was.
Yeah, so
Kept fucking him around.
we assumed and we were talking up the potential of someone like Tommy Turbo coming on with 20 minutes to go and just blitzing people, but Tommy's never played bench before in his life.
Imagine sitting Tom on there for the in his life.
In his life,
he don't know what the fucking bench is. You put him, he'd be thinking, fucking sleep.
You got to get used to the bench. He'd get a splinter in his leg or something. Like he wouldn't be used to it.
He comes off. He only comes off.
You got to sit the right way on a bench too. You don't.
Yeah, you got to.
No, actually, these
can't get up and give too many fucking.
These days they get these sorts of chairs and that.
They're comfy. Yeah, but you got to pick your specialist bench players.
Yep.
That's where coaching comes into it. That's where like a lot of
strategy around it's going to be crucial.
You know, like, and then I'm expecting. I don't give a shit if I'm picking a guy who's never come off the bench like Turbo. Just fucking be ready. I'm picking you at 19th man. Do you know what I mean? And be ready mentality because you're fucking Tom Turbo. You're Turbo. You know, like you're fucking.
You've got to give him an idea of the plan A, don't you? Would you have to?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so, well, if it's not, you're not coming on the first half unless there's injuries. The back end of the game when it opens up a little bit, and the right centers might be a little bit busted or winger, you're going there.
Do you have to give him a path no matter what for a guy like that, or just say, look, you are my cover?
Well, that's where you got to know what Turbo's like as a fucking human and what makes him tick. That's where you got to get in and actually get to know him. Yeah. I don't know him like that.
And by the way, we're just assuming it's Turbo. Like it was a hypothetical. He was.
It's Katoni Staggs. Katoni Staggs. I don't think Katoni Staggs has been near a bench in his whole life.
Tony wouldn't have been.
So imagine, I think Katoni Staggs would be one of my benchies that I'll be fucking thinking.
Considering?
Yep.
Bradman Best.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even Critter. Critter could be one of those guys if the right side.
Critter would start.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. What if Turbo's killing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't win the series last year. No one's fucking locked in. No one.
Love that.
Can I add a question?
Go ahead.
As if I was a YouTube commenter.
Go on.
Terrell May did the Kangaroo brothers stream.
Yeah.
And he was talking about that he wasn't invited to Laurie Daly's 30-man New South Wales camp.
Oh, it's fucked. That sucks. He deserves to be in that 30-man squad. But it can either light a fire under your ass and go, fuck, I need to get into this, or make you feel like you're a fucking victim. Right? Oh, they hate me because of the media, this and that. Maybe it's your game. Maybe you're not in the top 30, which I fucking find it hard to think. Do you know what I'm just giving people like how these coaches think.
Yeah.
Let's just not put him in there to make him fucking be one of the best props in the game. Let him work on X, Y, and Z to try and get the best out of their young kid. Right? He's going to be a future player, but there's some things that he needs to work on. But going back again, when I can't name 7 or 8 middles better than him.
No.
In New South Wales, I could do that if you name in Australia and everything like that.
Can we keep it? Do we keep it real here on?
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I'm not. He's not in my. If I'm picking 17 now, he's not in my 17. And I said it last year. He's fucking 18, 19, but
he's there.
He's thereabouts. He could be the perfect position 18,
talent
19.
wise.
Yeah, but if he works on his game this year, and you see his defense picking up, you see him like. Hopefully, they drop the minutes back for him. I don't want to see the 80-minute, 70-minute guy because you probably do things at 80%.
Oh, see, I reckon he's right like that because he's sort of one pace, mate.
Yeah, I know.
So he sort of just goes at 80% the whole time. So
I'd love to see.
I feel like he gets better as the game goes on.
Yeah, because he's fit.
Yeah,
he's fit. And
he's got that weird, like, doesn't have a good rig, but he's fit, like one of those weird ones.
Yeah, it's
Andrew Fafita was
it's that little. It's Indigenous and the Pacific Islander mix. Yeah. It's like you get all these fucking genetic fucking freaks, right?
Yeah.
A little Willie Tonga, like big in fucking Tongan Indigenous.
Yeah, big pimpin'.
Yeah, like you fucking get that blood and DNA.
Yeah.
There's your perfect athlete.
Yeah, they can just flick a switch.
Like
can't
fucking
they?
the Fafita brothers, you know, like even like Terrell May. I think they got Pacific Islander and Indigenous. It's like you're gonna get best of both worlds: power, endurance, everything like that. It's like the fucking perfect athlete. Yeah, and I don't know. He's got a few little things to work on, not much, and then he's going to be there. It's more off the field dramas that
it's 100% off the field. This is my thing.
It's more off the field dramas that New South Wales don't even want to fucking take into consideration, or when asking him any questions or anything like that. But I think it does New South Wales or anything. They do it. They make it worse for not picking him. Because we're talking about this.
Get him in the camper.
No, I'm just saying they're making it worse. Like the more fucking shit that you cause with him not being in a 30-man squad, there's going to be questions and podcasts going, why isn't he in the fucking team? Who you got in front of him? You don't have fucking 8 PAYNE HAASes. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then so it gives grounds for like podcasts and all the journos and everything like that to make
throw a name at me, Lukey, because this is who I'm. No, this is like I'm PAYNE, like guys that I would pick in front of Terrell. And I fully
PAYNE,
like we know why. Like, and it's not the off-field stuff. And I think that's been blown out of proportion. Like, there's still a world where old heads in this league are not a fan of what he was currently doing live streams and all that sort of stuff. Like, we love all that stuff because we sort of live in this world. We're also
another 5 years they might come around.
It's probably not too far away, right? And he might be using as example, like the last sort of example of getting what is it? Is it blackboard?
Blacklisted.
Blacklisted. Yeah. But mate, it's fucking in terms of form last year and what they've done, and you have to consider past accomplishments when you pick rep teams. It's PAYNE, Mitchy Barnett, and then it was him.
Yeah. Just try and just give
Stefano.
me. Stefano's probably got
terrible.
the nod on him.
Yeah.
No, I would have. You know how much I love Stefano, and Stefano got a bad. He's been hammered pillar to post the last sort of 6 months. He left the Tigers and he outplayed Stefano. Whatever Stefano did at the Tigers, he outplayed that as a front rower. He had better form than Stefano going into the Origin period, and Stefano was playing in a superior team. And again, clarify this: I love Stefano, but it's fucking PAYNE, Mitchy Barnett, and then it was Terrell, man.
Yeah, but like we're trying to think of this 30-man squad. Who'd they pick in front of him?
So Stefano would have been there. Max King would have been there. Both guys have got Terrell in front of Spencer Leniu. I would have him in front of Spence. I know Spencer's a problem and a wrecking ball off the bench and can crawls, but it's if I had to shift
not in the Origin arena, I wouldn't have him in front of any of those guys.
Yeah.
I'll see if there is a list of it. They haven't published
Keon?
it.
Keon. Oh, see, I was always on the Keon train too. I thought Keon should have been a part of the team. He ended up playing for Australia at the back end of the year.
He didn't play,
but he didn't play as well.
No.
So I actually would have. My two benchies would have been on form last year and players that I prefer
for game one.
For game one, yeah, because
always game one.
Because people were sleeping on Keon because
they were going shit.
Because South was shit for the last year and a half.
We never did. We was always in.
Keon's my guy.
Yeah, there's no list of people that were invited. The article talks a lot. Blake Brayley was a big part of it.
Yep.
You'd hope so. He's in the Australian team.
Yeah, Robson was injured though. That's why he got. Yeah, so Robson's.
But he'd be next. He's next to me.
Yeah, he's next.
He got the nod over. What is that? Because Robson was
Robson. He had surgery on his hand, so he missed.
So then he got the nod for the Aussie team.
Yep,
that's right. Okay,
yep, correct.
It's weird. I don't think he deserves that sort of behaviour.
Just get him into camp and just.
Yeah.
It can't be that.
I remember after all the bullshit.
They're not keen. They're not keen on it.
With all the bullshit was going on with the Bulldogs in 24, and I didn't make a 55-man rookie team. Well, not rookie team. I was an incumbent Aussie player in Origin, and I didn't make a 55-man Australian squad.
Yeah.
That's blacklisted, mate. So I get you.
Yeah.
I've
lived everything.
I've lived it.
Yeah.
I've lived it. That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck. It sucks. But the only way to get through it is fucking win. Fucking hell, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And play fucking like an animal.
He was he would have been top 5 Dally M at the point of the last year overall when he.
Yeah.
All right, this question comes from RTM. Hey, boys. Gee, it's good to have you back. The Tuesday and Thursday drive home from work is so much better. Quick question. With Perth coming in next year, followed by the Chiefs in 28, and all the chat around the South Island New Zealand team by 2030, do the finals remain a top 8, or do we see the NBA-style playing games between 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th?
Back in 98, they had 20 teams, I think. I wonder what they did then.
Yeah, go and have a look.
That's exactly what I think.
Was that the Super League system?
No, just after Super League, then they all come together. So in 98, there was about 20 teams, 18 to 20.
And then they
just trimmed it down.
Yep.
They got rid of like the Gold Coast and all that for a couple of years.
Yep.
So I wonder what they had there. They didn't fuck around with it. It was just top 8 and that was it.
Yeah, I don't think this system was in place, but this one makes a lot of sense because all the chat that I've seen from Volandis to get to 20 teams means that it will be that he likes the proposed idea of a 20-game competition. In order to drop regular season games, he's going to want to add finals games.
Yep.
For the broadcasters. So that makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense.
So I think I could see a world in where it's not a 5-week final series, it's like a 6-week final series or something like crazy, you know, because he's going to go to the broadcaster and negotiate and go, look, we've got 20 teams. I'm on a 19. Well, it's got to be maybe. Would he still put a couple of buys in there? Maybe he likes the idea of a proper break in the middle as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he's got planned and going like with the rep rounds and everything.
But my point is, I think he wants to shorten the NRL season, so therefore, I reckon he would.
You got to. He
wouldn't be opposed to a six game.
Yeah, fuck, mate, makes sense.
Somehow, however that looks. So
apparently, it was a top 10 back in '97, according to ChatGPT.
Okay, there you go. One of our listeners are going to correct us and tell us to be better on the next episode.
Earn our pay better.
I think there was 10 teams in each in Super League Super League and NRL.
Ah, gotcha.
That's what it was. But it wasn't in 90. So in 98, they all come back together. That's why I come back to. That's why I come down to the Dogs. So I left Newcastle, the 100 Mariners.
Yeah.
And then it was 16.
Did it go to 16? Did it?
Yeah, eventually trimmed down to 16. Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying, like, what was it in 98?
It was 16 with 16? The
McIntyre system.
That was the McIntyre.
Yeah, Platts is my fault.
Speaking of the system, do you see that he cut his hair? You see that he cut his hair, got rid of the locks from the Cowboys?
Really?
Yeah. He's gone.
I didn't recognise him.
Exactly. It took me a while. I was like,
is that the system?
Because he's come a long way. Like he's one of their vets now.
He's in there 17.
Yeah. So we'll get to the teams in a bit. The All Stars game is on Sunday as well. Here's the squads. We've got a couple of guys that I've highlighted to look. I've got in all the games that we break down, I've got a couple of players from each team that I want to sort of keep an eye on over the weekend. So Tallis Duncan, we talked a little bit about him. I'm really excited to see what he produces this year. The way he finished last season was unbelievable, whether it was back row or the centres. Alofiana Camperera is an interesting watch. I watched that clip in that documentary, and I've never heard him speak before.
Nah, same.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
He was. I thought he did a really good job. It felt like he's really mature about the decision and where he's at right now, and I'm excited for him.
Yeah, I'll rate him.
I got a tip up from our man Jimmy Reed around Oliver Pascoe. So apparently he has been winning everything at the Titans, and he has already been rewarded, I think. Maybe he was like a development contract or a train and trial, and wouldn't be surprised, apparently, if Oliver Pascoe is a part of the Titans setup, top 17, 18, 19, whatever, very quickly. So watch out for him. And the other one is Joshua Paxton. Apparently, he's the front runner for the edge back row spot that Fafita left.
Right.
Okay. So a couple of guys to watch out for in this game. You got the star power still, Josh Adokar, Jaden Campbell, Nico's over there, Jack Whiten, Connor Watson. So really looking forward to seeing the Indigenous All Stars team go against the Maori, which is big watch, Joe Chan. Feel like it's going to be Ativalu Lasati and potentially Joe Chan competing for that back row spot. My boy Zach Docker Clay will be playing for him as well. Royce Hunt's in good nick, eh? Apparently, because I reached out for information around a player from each team and didn't get replies from Jerome at the Tigers. Disappointing, Jerome. 2025 levels champion, golf champion. Great interview with the boys, Hello Sports as well. Nath left me hanging as well. And then Ches just gave me the most vague response ever, which I'll get to in a bit. But you understand why. Who else is there? Trey Mooney's, I thought he looked all right in he felt like he only played 15, 20 minutes in that trial, but he looked pretty good. Looking forward to seeing him. And then Money was also telling me about Trent Talau and Mania Waitera. Mania is from Canberra Raiders.
Yep.
And both those two guys have been training well for the Storm. So they've also got Fisher's playing. He'll skipper him. Casey McLean has already arrived in one of the the biggest prospects or sort of ascending stars in our game. Chance Klokstad, Britton Nikara, we both love, and your man Leo Thompson's gone over there as well too, Mace. The Indigenous game, Indigenous All-Stars game, I always bring this up once we see it, and I've highlighted Jasmine Strange. When are we going to get our boy Strangey, Ethan Strange, playing for the New Zealand Māori? Need to get their old man. So there must be the connection with the old man as well, because
he's over there coaching the
women. Yeah, he's coaching the women. So
Strange. Yeah.
I need
Before we get to the women's, for the first time this year, the odds presented by Tab.
Oh, let's go.
We've got the Maldives are the favourites at $1.60.
Yep.
235 for the Indigenous. The line is 3.5.
Yep. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I just feel like, especially with the Indigenous, they've got a lot of halves. It's hard to sort of fill these teams like completely with their best lineups at this time of the year. So, where you fit Jaden Campbell, Jamal Fogarty, Nicholas Hines, and Braden Trindle all into the same team, that's going to be a bit of a headache for Ronald Griffiths. So when you look at
how many minutes do you want to play, you know what I mean? Like you just want to start the game and get off.
I feel like they rotate in like 20-minute blocks for the most part.
Do you want to get much out of it? Like if you're a player, how much do you want to get out of it?
Well, so let's use the prime example from last year. Kalen played all 60 minutes, and he even played 20 minutes with Keanu Kinney on at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, because
you're not fucking around.
Yeah.
Like you want to get something out of it because everyone else is playing a trial game that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
And you want to hit the ground running, especially for I don't know what it is. Like for middles, you want some big minutes. The middles is where you want big minutes. If I was a middle over there, I want to play fucking like 50, 60 minutes.
Because you're missing out on this final trial, what would be your mindset for Leo? What would you be telling Leo? From a Bulldogs perspective, from Leo?
Is Leo playing?
Yeah,
100% playing? I'm not sure how many minutes or what he's doing, but he knows exactly where to get.
Yep.
He's been around for a minute now. We would have had a good conversation with Ciro and how many minutes and all that sort of stuff. And it's all the detail. It's like it's nearly when you buy yourself in the middle.
Yep.
He's working on your stuff that connects with the Bulldogs, but you're playing in a different jersey.
Well, he said a couple of years ago, this game was the game that he got into camp with James Fisher Harris, and that was a huge part of why he had success, I think, in 23.
Yeah.
And then 23, because then he ended up playing Pac Champs at the end of the year again.
Yeah.
So
wouldn't he? So he's gone. When does he fly to Vegas then?
Next Thursday.
Yeah, they don't fly until next week, but it's so close that's why they
fly out next Thursday.
Because the coaches want them to play in this final hit-out trial and not play in the All-Stars game. That's why they've held back players from Vegas in the past.
Because if you have a look at the Vegas teams, they stack their teams. This is like a fucking first grade trial. This is for a first grade game.
All right, let's get to them, mate.
Yeah.
Let's get to the trials. So the first game is on tonight at 8 p.m. So we're going to see the Dolphins versus the Titans at KO Stadium. A couple of names that I've highlighted. Oh, I forgot to highlight. Where is he? Apologies. I reached out to him.
Tonight?
Yeah, it's like a full weekend of footy.
All right, let's get the names out. My man Izzy Katoa. I reached out to a few of the boys. Who did he highlight? All right, a couple of youngsters have had good preseasons. He said Noah Feen. I think that's Nathan Feen's son too, by the way, because he's part of the staff. So I'm just going to take a educated guess at that and say that maybe Noah Feen is Nathan's. He's a halfback, and he said Elijah Rasmussen. He's I'll highlight these two players. They're back to back. Number 18 and number 19 are names to look out for. Rasmussen.
Yeah.
All right. So Izzy said those two young guns have had great preseasons, fit as hell, and really applying pressure to the full-time squad. And he said Selwyn is looking the Mickey, and Morgan Knowles is as advertised. So a couple of good buys there. Morgan Knowles is playing in the 13 jersey, Mace, from St Helens. We liked him. We feel like out of all the players in the pack for the England, they've gone full. They've gone full on. I think if you're healthy for the Dolphins, you're playing in this game. So Tom Gilbert's back, and our man Jersey Flegler in the 15 jersey.
Fuck
Mace.
yeah,
Tom Flegler's back.
How good.
Really looking.
That's
forward
awesome
to
for
seeing
him, man. Like the amount of football that young man's missed out on is fucking intense, especially in the prime of his career. Get through the year, big man.
Yeah, can't wait to see. There's a lot of competition for spots. My man Donga, Junkyard Dog, He's nursing a hand injury, so he's just smashing up the train.
Aggressive team, isn't it? Just I look at
Indigenous signing the contract.
Yeah,
I look at that team and just go, that's just an aggressive team.
What about every time we give someone a rap, they go and get a fucking new deal? The Donga? Junkyard Dog? By the way, Lukey thought that Lukey messaged me and he goes, they've used our nickname for him on the Dolphins.
Junkyard?
Yeah, the Junkyard.
Yeah.
I said, no, I watched a clip from them and that's what Wolfie called.
We stole it.
Yeah, well, I stole that from them.
Yeah.
Like, that's his nick. That was a nickname that Wolfie called him. But anyway, yeah, so he got re-signed like a week after we talked him up on the potty. And then Thomas Kent just got done. Do you see that?
No.
Thomas Kent just got re-signed by the Knights after we put the clip up. So, yeah, shout out to the boys.
This is percentage.
Who wants, if you're a player in the NRL, you're looking to negotiate, you want
I'll take 6%, mate.
Come on, man. You give your managers that willy-nilly and they're not even doing anything for you. They're not getting the likes. They're not getting the comments. The Titans, they've got a fairly young team that they're rolling out. Jalen de Groot, I like him. He's a player of potential. Lockie Ellis is going to be in the 6. Zane Harrison is who I've highlighted for the Titans. Fozzie's got huge raps on him. They reckon he is the Kate Reid from the Dragons and the Mitch Woods from the Bulldogs. You know, these young players that are thereabouts, just a little bit undersized and a couple of pre-seasons away. So Zane Harrison will get the first crack at the 7 jersey while Jaden Campbell's playing in the Indigenous game. Cooper By's in the 13 jersey too.
Yeah.
And I found this one interesting. Luke Summerton, he got picked up from the Panthers. And you've got Sammy Verrills in the 14 jersey. So maybe a little competition has been won in the off-season there with Summerton. Do you think?
What about the only one who's not trialing is Tino, right?
Tino.
That's the only genuine bona fide starter and captain. Who else is there?
No. There's a couple more missing. So you don't have
all the Indigenous boys.
Yeah. The Indigenous boys. So Jojo Fafita would be part of their best team.
Jaden Campbell.
Our man, the winger. Phil Sammy.
Where's Sammy?
So apparently
he doesn't need to trial, surely.
Apparently there was he was on the outer at the back end of last season, been killing it at training, and now they're looking at re-signing him. So
it's good.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's a good player, man.
Anyone else was sort of missing?
Nah.
Cleese Haas. Mo Fodawaker's playing. So what are the odds for that game? What's the Dolphins would be? Let me get. Here we go. This is when we play the game.
80.
Pre-season challenge.
This is pre-season challenge for
Witzer. The Witzer Cup.
The Witzer Cup. The Dolphins are $1.20. The Gold Coast Titans are
$3.20.
$3.50.
$1.26 and $3.80.
You're the best.
Line is 12.
Oh, mate.
Mate, they've got Izzy
no
Katoa.
idea.
They've got fucking Jermaine Asako, Selwyn, Avarillo's playing.
Mate, they're stacked. They're
Tom Gilbert.
They're trying to take out the Witzer Cup.
Oren Keeley, Morgan Knowles, the Juice is on the bench. Felice is on the bench. Yeah. All right, let's get to Friday the 13th. Tomorrow, Canberra Raiders kick us off against the Melbourne Storm. That's at Seyfarth Oval in Queanbeyan.
Yep.
Ricky's come out and said last week that he hates trials. He doesn't like any of his main players playing. He likes to give opportunities for younger players to get some reps.
What do you think of that?
I like a 40-minute. I like 1 40-minute hit out. That's what I preferred when I was a starter.
That's what he's pretty much alluding to.
Yeah.
You know, like he's big guys. Look at his forward pack.
No one.
And then the next one, he'll stack it. They'll play 40, like you said, 40 or 50, get as much as they can out. Give me round 1. That's it.
Savelio Tamale, he missed a lot of footy at the back end of last season.
Tamale's back.
Yeah, he's in the centres though.
Yeah.
And Dane Laurie, I reckon Dane Laurie's going to be a victim of his versatility. I reckon he's going to be there 18 to 19 all year round. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. I don't know. You get paid well, you're a part of the team, but also like
Would you rather be 18, 19 or play Reggie's? Depends how much you love footy.
Yeah.
I think Dane Laurie knows he's at first
They're
grade.
tough,
He would have known the situation.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. Like as much as when you're younger, it's about playing as much news. I love the fact that I got 2 or 3 years in New South Wales Cup. At the back end of my career, you're just putting on a brave face.
Is he at the back end, you reckon, Dane?
No, but he...
Is he 20? Is he 28? Something like that?
Yeah, he'd be 26, 27. He's been around for a bit. Started at the Panthers, got about 2 or 3 years at the Tigers, and then returned to the Panthers for 2 or 3 years.
Sure, yeah, he's surely got to be like at 26, 27.
Yeah. But he would feel like
Play a role in the game.
Yeah,
big time. He's fucking quick. Speed the ruck up.
Where's fuck? I should have highlighted this before. I had him already, and then I must have got distracted last night. Where's my man? Huddy Young.
Hugo.
Huddy Young. Yeah, Huddy just loves the way that they're going with the younger players that they've got in their team. Obviously, Strangey Weeks, Tamale Sanders, but his player that he sort of got he actually got a shot last year, and he sort of hit our radar. You know what? Noah Martin. He got a couple of games for him last year.
Yeah.
He thinks Noah Martin could take the next step. So he's got his brother Miles who's playing in this game. Matty Nicholson, he had that really bad injury last year too, so he didn't get much footy. So it looks like Matty Nicholson is purely a part of the team to get some reps, get some time. Money gave me some information for the Storm. Hugo Peel is a local, is a junior, Pathways junior, legitimate Melbourne Storm Pathways junior that's come through the 20 system, won a comp there. They're really excited about what he can be. And he said, watch out for Cooper Clark too. He's going to get a bit of a hybrid middle back row sort of player for them. And he's getting first crack at one of the edge spots in the trials too. So with obviously Ali Katola.
He has the same mentality, Billy, doesn't he? Just don't fuck with it.
Yeah. So Marion Sevo's playing. Moses Leo's another one I'm keen to watch and get some time. David Mwale.
Oh, yeah.
He'll wouldn't be surprised if Melbourne turned David Mwale has a really good season playing down there as well. So that's it for the Melbourne team. This one will be a flip of the coin. Lukey, the odds.
$1.80 for Canberra. Oh,
come on. That's what I was going to go.
$1.80?
Yeah. Flip of the coin means it's going to be $1.80, $2 or $1.90, $1.90.
That's why I jumped in. And then $2 for Melbourne.
Yep.
The line is 1.5.
There you go. There you go. All right, the North Queensland Cowboys versus the Penrith Panthers at BB Prince Stadium. Now, we got the info from Drinky last week. Liam Sutton, Mason Barber, 2 guys that went really well. They're in the 18 and 19 jersey this week, Mace. Highlighted the McIntyre system as well.
Yeah, the Mac.
Just haven't said his name in a bit and love it. And as I predicted,
just for fun,
Jake Clifford 6, Tommy Dearden 7. It'll be Jackson Purdue on the left.
Yep.
And I think it'll be Zach Labert on the right.
Yes.
Even though I think they would both prefer to play on the left. So that's where this is almost full strength.
This is full strength
for Toddy, and this is what you're talking about. They're one of the teams that are going to Vegas. They want to go
stacked it.
They want to go hard at the Panthers, who are playing the Cubs.
Yeah,
they're playing their younger crew. So the Panthers, Jesse McLean. Hopefully, he can have a big season this year. He is the older brother by 1 year of Casey.
Yep.
He had that really rough injury in the under-19s game a couple of years ago. Casey's just gone.
He's just like a twin.
Yeah, they look.
They're fucking animals.
He's just a little bit smaller, Jesse. So hopefully Jess can have a big season this year. And have you seen the clips on this Toby Crosby from the Warriors?
No, Tobias
Crosby. So I got sent this from our man Warrior Holic a couple of years ago. I don't know how he ended up over at Penrith.
He looks massive.
Mate, watch this, Luke. Have you seen the highlight of it?
What a profile. Just
he's at the Union.
Come and watch this. Come over here and watch this together.
Look, is that the Union guy?
I don't know if he's Union, but this is of him playing SG ball.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Off the kickoff?
Yeah.
I have seen this.
Yeah.
Look how fast he moves.
He just skinned the fullback. Well, welcome to first grade this week.
Apparently, and I hope it's true, I was trying to reach out to Nathan. Nathan didn't get back to me, but I wanted to ask him specifically about him. He was on a train and trial deal, and apparently he's been fast-tracked into maybe a contract already. He looks like an absolute... Like
Sorry, I look at the things and go, if you've got that young man, if you've got that young man in your building, why are you letting him go? Unless he wants to go.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he doesn't see his pathway at the Warriors, or he doesn't want to be here.
He's not proven yet either.
I know,
That's
I know
a huge. That's a great highlight.
100%.
But if there's anyone that can,
That's why they call them highlights.
yeah. But if anyone can for sure.
And putting your fucking how shit you are from A and
Correct.
B and
Even
fucking
I got to practice.
your movements. Yeah. Give me. Here, coach. Can you have a look at my low light compilation? Fucking how much I don't tie in. I don't put kick pressure on. All the little things that coaches look at. Yeah. So hopefully he's fucking fixed that at Penrith. If they can fix anything.
Yeah, Penrith is like they don't get enough credit because we always credit Melbourne for picking up players and they're becoming stars like Penrith. So yeah, and then
Good luck to him,
a
bud.
lot of unknowns that are playing. That Kalani going, he's also come. I think he's like 28, 29 years old.
You feel a little bit safe if you're like rolling into round 1 or 2 or 5 with Penrith, but when you got a trial team, a trial game, your first one, and you're going against the Cowboys team who stacked the deck. Talmalolo, McIntyre.
This could be
there's your Ruben Cotters and that. Then you're going up against bona fide NRL stars there.
This will be
a
shorter
good
sides.
little fucking stint for him to go. Does he belong out here?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's like this is like a first grade game. It's like an NRL fucking just fast tracked.
Yeah.
So
It's,
fucking sink or swim, son.
In a way, it's even harder than a first grade game because he's not surrounded by.
That's
first
what I'm
graders.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying at the start. Like it's different. Like if he come into, he's protected by Isaiah Yo. He's protected by fucking Leota. All these, you know, how, all the genuine like stars in that middle and on the edge, and at fullback telling you, talking to you what to do. You don't have any of that.
You can really separate yourself from a gang of potential players in a big trial like this.
Yes,
against
or
the first graders.
Look fucking awful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that. The Cowboys and it's in Mackay too. So the Cowboys will be $1.15. I can't. They probably can't go less than $1.15, $1.20.
They can. They can go $1.08 and $7.50 for Penrith.
Can't believe you can actually have a punt on this.
23.5 is the line.
Gamble responsibly, of course. Saturday, the February 14th, the New Zealand Warriors play the Manly Seagulls. Our man Mitchie Barnett gave me a heads up. He reckons our man Laban has been looking really good. Lek Halasima starting in the centres. So they've got a shitload of competition in the back row, right?
Yeah.
Players that have played there in the last couple of years. So Kurt Capewell's always going to be a big part of what they do there. Remember they were moving Capes out in the centres last year and they were trying to...
And Lecker too.
Yeah, but it was more so that he was the Band-Aid fix for it.
Yeah.
Feels like they're going to give Lecker a crack at centre full time.
They don't have a fucking centre, a genuine centre. Like
Rocco Berry, Adam Pompey, Ali Laotea, who's got the start this week. Rog played some centres. So, no. Like if Lecker goes out there and wrecks it, Lecker the wrecker.
Pompey couldn't get a job done, but he hasn't.
Solid.
Yeah.
I like Pompey. I don't love him. I like
Lecker
him.
as a back rower, not a centre.
But here's the problem. Kurt Capewell, I don't think they want to move him out in the centres
No, he gets
anymore.
skinned.
Remember you said that last year?
Yeah, I know, but I don't. He's a good defender, but when you get him fucking in the right fucking the right couple of plays when he's 1-on-1 with these young guys, now he's getting it. He's getting the work.
I think it was the game against maybe Manly at the back end of the year where Lecker went out and played a little bit in the centres and looked okay. Even though they got beaten comfortably, I feel like, did the Manly beat him comfortably? Yeah, I think Lecker looked all right. So, mate, they've got Laban. Mitchie said Morgan Gannon's looked really good. He looks like a true edge player. He's the edge back rower from Leeds. From England. And Eddie Yeremia Tuava as well has looked really good. So my man Luke Hanson is getting a crack at the 6 jersey as well. Remember I told you Penrith Junior went over there a couple of years ago. Right. I think him and Jet Cleary played together in the lower grades as well. So and by the way, no Jet Cleary in this game as well. Tanner Boyd and Luke Hanson. Manly. Devastating news for a fan favourite and one of my favourites, Caleb Navale. He did his ACL yesterday, mate. So he will most likely miss the entire season. And even Siebes come out.
That sucks.
Siebes come out and said that he was a huge part of the team, was going to be in the part of the best 17 most weeks. So devastated for Caleb Navale, but hopefully he can build that strength back up. And he's a real prospect for Manly.
Yeah.
So disappointed he's not playing.
It's good to see some of the coaches' mindsets. Seabold, Ricky, Bellamy, playing absolutely no one. Just giving these young men like a try, like all these guys, right, that I see in the Eagles team, like they're mostly reserve graders. There's a couple there that might be in the side.
Yep.
You know, but like most of them, they deserve at least a whole trial, I reckon, because you know you're getting fuck all minutes next week.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so who do you're only getting 2 or 3 cracks at this.
Yeah, you're only going to get 20 minutes at the back end of the game.
Yeah.
Thanks.
In garbage time, pretty much.
Fozzie said Clayton Falalo has really impressed him, and he's been working really closely. So they've got the two exciting prospects in the halves, Onatani Large, huge raps on him, and Joey Walsh. That feels like those two are the future of the club. And Manly fans will be super excited to watch those two go for sure. Also, another one is Paul Bryan. He's one that dislocated his shoulder for Newcastle that I really liked in that game. He had one game against Penrith, that game that they won, dislocated his shoulder, refused to come off, and he ended up finding his way to Manly. Looking at this teams, it's in Napier. Oh, it's in Napier too. Warriors. Let's go $1. Let's go $1.25 the Warriors, and let's go $3.50 Manly.
Well, we have the Warriors with tab $1.16 and Manly are $5. The line is 15.5.
There you go. Line's pretty big for because I don't think the starters are going to play a shitload of minutes for the Warriors. All right, West Tigers versus Sydney Roosters. The big raps have been on Himasi Makasini. He's in the centres. And then they've got a whole bunch of players like you mentioned before. Jock Madden's returning, Mace. He'll be playing in the 7. Sione Fainu, he got a new contract. He's going to stay at the Tigers with his brothers for the next 3 years. And then a whole bunch of names, maybe only Tigers diehards are aware of. And then same thing for the Roosters. Apart from Hugo Savala, we've already seen. Benai Uela, we've already seen. The forward pack's pretty decent, actually. Egan Butcher.
That's
Celeste
decent.
Fiketti,
That's their
Taylor
young guns,
Lasalu, Nat Butcher, Siwa Wong. Nat Butcher would be furious.
Celeste Fiketti. Depends if Nat Butcher wants to play. I reckon he's in a position there, and because I don't think he played that much last year, did he?
No. Yeah, I feel like he was banged up.
I feel like he's one of those guys who just wants, I want to play, give me 30, 40 minutes, and I'm off.
Yep.
Next week, 40 minutes, see you later. Doesn't matter where he gets his minutes from.
Him and Egan have both been in and out over the last couple of years. Got huge potential.
You want to just play footy, man.
Yeah.
Because he knows these young guys like Fiketti's and Siwa Wongs and all that, they're coming, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Fiketti's coming.
I think
really like Fiketti.
if he makes another a leap, like he's going to be banging on a rep door soon.
This game, odds-wise, this will be close as well. I think they'll go with the Roosters. I think the Roosters will be about $1.60.
Yeah.
And I think the Tigers will be $2.80.
Will Tab have $2.05 for the Tigers and $1.75 favourites the Roosters. 1.5 is the line.
This is one that's probably like the fairest teams that we've seen go against each other.
Yeah.
This will be all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's
All
a
right.
fucking real game here.
Yeah. Both these two teams got the full deck of cards, basically. If you're healthy, you're playing in this game.
Yeah.
The Knights versus the Bulldogs at McDonald's Jones Stadium, 6 p.m. Fletcher Sharp gets first crack of fullback with KP still out of this game.
Why's KP out?
He's still just that foot injury that he got at the back end of last year.
Rest,
The Holbrook come out and said the priority for him is game 1. They've just worried about Vegas, getting him right for Vegas. So Fletcher Hunt goes in the centre. Still no Gags in this game, but Dom Young and Greg Marzoo will be on the wings. Dill Brown is in the 6. Sandon gets the 7. And for the back row spot, I found this one interesting as well. My man Thomas Cant. I don't know if he leapfrogged him or why Jermaine McEwen missed last week, but I would have assumed Jermaine McEwen would have been my guy for the edge back row spot. But it's going to be Dylan Lucas back and Thomas Cant. So Who else from the weekend that played pretty well? Yeah. So I think this will be the squad that goes over for the Knights, not including Dane Gagai and Kalen Ponga.
It's not a bad squad.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the fucking attack, isn't it? If they get their shit right, that's what I'm saying. That looks good on paper.
Yeah.
Does it work good on the field? I'm throwing KP into this, and because you just look guys like Bradman Best, beast, Marju, beast, fucking Dylan Brown, beast. Like then your forwards are pretty even. They've got a lot of attack, man.
Playing Trey Mooney as well would be part of their Knights, probably starting lineup if he was.
Why isn't he playing?
He's in the Māori team.
Okay.
He's in the Māori or Indigenous Māori?
Yep.
Yeah. He's playing in the Indigenous game, the All Stars game. All right, let's have a look at the Bulldogs. So Connor Tracy's back, Bronson and Critter in the centres, Birdo 6, Galvin 7, Max King's back, Bailey Hayward gets first crack and will be the 9, Kickout, Preston, Salmon.
Harry Hayes is starting, but at 10. Oh, he's in there for Leo.
Yes. Yep. Harry Hayes, Curran on the bench, Tupanua, and a couple of young guys that did well last week that we mentioned, Tay Cochrane, Cooper Toy, Eamon Fitzgibbon, Simi Jones.
Yeah,
They'll get 20 minutes at the back end of this game, you'd think.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, this game.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the only sort of blokes that you like last week, I'm looking at Simi Jones going, he could push for that 18-19 spot or somewhere on the bench.
Yeah.
I'll look at that. Jed Reardon, Eamon Fitzgibbon, all these guys that he's probably trying to think that 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
That's all he's trying to think of.
You want to get them warming up with first graders and stuff too.
Yeah, man.
You know,
It's
like
just fucking,
different vibe than
belong
playing
to
in the
you
first
fucking
grade trials,
playing, mate. That's what I love about the blooding of the younger players now.
Yeah.
Fucking get with it, mate. So it's not a big shock when you're playing first grade.
$1.60 Bulldogs, $2.35 Knights.
Very close. $2.25 Knights, $1.62 the Bulldogs. The line is 3.5.
Yeah.
And Mitchy Woods, he got injured.
Mitchy's done another hamstring.
Another, is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that for him? Is he just getting used to the rigors
acclimated
of
to the fucking. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Putting, everyone's saying, "Oh, you got to put on sides. Like he looks like he's fucking big. Then you got to be able to carry it. It's a fucking a lot of trial and error if you can't get it right.
Yep.
Especially if you just do your first one, you're already obviously out of balance anyway. And then you're trying to balance it out. You're trying to come back. The pressure of trying to come back.
Yeah.
And we always talked about the external pressure for him as well. Pushed it back, probably did another one, right? So there's 2 last year.
When you're younger, you've got to push it to get back in.
and it's like, probably did it again.
NRL physio, 6 to 8 weeks.
He ain't fucking around with like little grade 1s. They're 2+.
They're full noise.
They're full fucking.
Whenever you're in the physio room when you're a youngster too, and the coaches might pop their head in like, "Oh, how's it?" Like chat to the physio, "How's so and so looking?" I'm like, "Are you still in here?" Like, and they say that they'll say shit like, "Hey, when are you back?" And then like when you're younger, you just go, "I can train now. Like I'm good." And you start blaming the physio. The physio won't let me train in that, and then they're like, "All right,
he's got to get through it. Like he's young, hopefully get all the shit out of the way."
That's part of it's the growing pains, right?
It was just because he's doing school 2 years ago. He was in school, and he's slight build.
Yep.
Right, and he's pretty much built like the little Dragons kid,
Cade Reid.
Little Cade Reid there.
Got a better comp for Cade Reid too, by the way. We're about to get to it. Luke Keary.
Yes. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
But I'll give. I can't remember who I said. Maybe it was a comment in another podcast. It was another podcast, definitely.
Was it Keary talking about it?
Was it Keary talking about it? No, he wouldn't have said it himself. No way.
No, but maybe that's where I connect.
No. Someone said it in a comment section on another podcast when I was watching some. Because I watch all the clips from different podcasts and that talking about people as well to gather my thoughts. So yeah, Luke Keary. He's got Luke Keary about him.
He does.
We good with Luke Keary?
I'll give you that.
All right. Let's get to the Dragons versus South Sydney. This is what do they call this game again?
Oh, fuck.
Charity Shield?
Charity Shield. Yeah, it is a Charity Shield.
It is. This is at Wynn Stadium as well. So, Tracker, my man Tracker is back. Gutho. First crack on the wings, Setu 2 and Tui Pelotu.
Yep.
I seen a mic'd up version of Daniel Atkinson, and I know we're all excited about Cade Reid, and it's going to be similar to the expectations around Cade Reid and just Woods and all these, youngsters that are coming through. Just let it all happen. But man, I'm a Daniel Atkinson fan, and I watched a clip of him mic'd up at training, and I like him even more. Also highlighted Luch. Did we talk about this on Monday? Fuck, he looks fit. Yeah. Looks good.
He's fucking gun when he's fit.
Yeah. So you said that he was a little bit. Yeah, he was carrying too many kilos.
Yeah.
Flano said he's dropped nearly 10, and he'll get first crack at the edge back row spot. And they are ready to go for Vegas as well.
Yeah,
so they've stacked their team across the board. But yeah, Setutu is a big one. He beats out Tyrell Sloan and Matt Thiangai and David Farley. All three of those guys would have been competing. And anything else jump at you there?
Nah. They're ready to roll, aren't they? They'll be hard over there.
Yeah.
It'll be a fucking good game, Bulldogs and Dragons.
Yep.
Pretty even, apart from outside backs. All right. Outside, look, Critter. I'll put Critter. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Look
Moses
at
and Val. Yeah, Moses and Val.
Just you fucking hell. If you have a look at ours, like just say we've still got like Jonathan Sewer and Inari Chuala on our wings.
Yep. So
like they're not going to dominate Setutu or Tuipulotu.
No.
Tuipulotu.
No. That's not Brian Tyler.
If you have put Carraz on there.
Yep.
So Carraz's back is a bit jacked up. I think he's good for Vegas. But who was our other wing last year?
Your wingers,
Yeah.
Carraz and Montoya.
Where's Carlos? Montoya. He's injured still, ain't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Carlos.
But that was a big part of how good we started last year was how hard Carraz and Montoya were coming out the back. Connor Tracy, you had Critter, you had Bronson Cherry. Our back five was getting us out of the kick out of yardage pretty easy.
The way in which your team dominated field possession last year was fucking I remember I told that story where I was commentating the game and then I walked out at halftime and ran into Joey going to the toilets and I was like, Bulldogs can win the comp, man.
Yeah.
And then a few distractions, a few injuries at the back end of the season, and that's how quickly it can change.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how quickly it can change.
That's why, like, even if we don't get massive yards, having a player like Birdo, where he only needs to be over our 40 or not even, and he can put it on your fucking 20 or on your 10 with a cage kick, like that is something that you can't put a price on. You see some other little pop guns out there, fucking nowhere near it.
Before I get to the odds, did you see the Birdo NFL proper kick?
Yeah.
Surely.
Did you see that?
Wow.
No, I didn't see it.
So he set up the NFL ball for the NFL record and smashed it over.
Yeah.
Birdo, geez.
68 yards.
Yeah. Just a training.
One of the best fucking kickers of the ball I've
ever
seen.
He should legitimately.
He should legit go over and go, all right, fuck it. Just give me 1 year, guys, and then just come back. I don't know. Or maybe he'll get a contract and just play fucking the rest of his career.
Do you know what the thing about Birdo?
Surely he's looking at that.
Like, Michael Dixon was a huge part of the success that the Seahawks had, and he's an Aussie punter, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So not only can you kick the ball, placement and stuff, like Birdo will be elite at that, but if anyone fucking manages to get through, he can fucking butch them. Birdo's huge.
He's massive. Like, there's great kickers and then there's Birdo. Like strikers of the ball, like pure strikers of the ball. Darren Lockyer was a beautiful striker of the ball. You know, these left footers, they just see the knack of fucking just banging it.
Wouldn't surprise me if he, like, honestly, and I don't say this lightly because I've been a fan of the NFL for years. Like, he could go over and become a really elite punter or place kicker very quickly. Now you gotta factor in the pressure that's associated.
I get it.
You know, it's easy to kick a fucking ball when there's no pressure and no crowd in that, but still.
Surely he'd have to be sort of looking at it now a bit more heavier than he was 2 years ago.
Have to be.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Well, those odds, $2.25 for Newcastle, $1.62 for the Bulldogs, and 3.5 is the line.
Yep, we've done that already. We're up to the Dragons and South now. Oh, wait, because we haven't even read the South team yet. We went on a
Where were we fucking talking about?
We caught out the Dragons team.
Yeah,
and
right.
we hadn't got to the RABBITOHS team yet.
And I just read out the Bulldogs.
You just read the Bulldogs.
That's what we're talking about, Birdo.
Yeah. Anyway, so Troll said Talanoa Penatani has been training really well. Salesi Atata Atata. So it's ATATA, Mace.
Yeah.
Help me out with that one. Yeah, Atata. Salesi. Max McCarthy, I think he got a crack at the back end of last year, and John Raddle has got me rattled with that. Some of the pronunciations.
Riddell.
Some
Rattle.
of the pronunciations.
No.
Of even Johnny.
It. It's fucking
I'm rattled.
rattled.
But yeah, a lot of young kids. Latrell Siegwald, he's that promising young player from up in Queensland that they talked about.
He carves up the Corey knockout.
Yeah. Yep, that's where I've seen him before. Yeah, Ashton Ward and Jonah Glover gets first crack in the 7 against his former team too, so he'll want to play well in this one. Jamie Humphries, 14 jersey.
Weird.
Something weird with
That's
Jamie Humphries.
weird.
I don't know.
Is he injured? Did he get injured at the back end of last year?
Yeah, he had a couple of nigglies.
But he's
also,
had a full preseason. He hasn't blown an ACL or anything out, or like
even at the back end of the year, I think he was playing in the 14 jersey sometimes and like the hybrid play. I think Wayne's
he's your main dude, like coming off the bench.
I think that's the plan.
Tactics.
And everyone was telling me Jonah Glover's fucking a chance of the 7. South fans have been messaging me.
I'm looking at Jamie Humphries like fucking Cam Murray. Like, that's what he looked. That's what he was playing like when South looked half decent last year in some glimpses. It was when he was playing that hybrid role. So I'm thinking, do it again.
That's his role.
Yeah. Don't overcomplicate it. Wayne doesn't.
Okay. So it looks like Jonah Glover's a big chance. Because South fans were messaging me, DMing me going, when their teams are 13 on 13, Jonah Glover's playing fucking 7. See how it goes. Yep.
Can you peek over at South at their training?
Must be. Or, sometimes people get invited to training sessions and I'd imagine you would,
Yeah.
Because it's at Heffron, isn't it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get a
Public
behind.
place, Belmore, you can roll up in there.
Yeah.
Whenever
You can watch
want.
para-training sessions
You
too.
can watch. There's not really, but you can put a sign up too saying closed.
Yeah.
Right.
Session closed.
Yeah. Well, the odds for that game, I'll give the correct.
Oh, well, let me go. This will be short as well.
Oh, man.
It'll be that
$8.
It'll be that $1.20 sort of fucking $5 range again.
$1.17 for St. George, $4.80 for South, 15.5 is the line.
You're a fucking joke.
They're obvious. Like people,
I know, but
people who are
I
punters
can't.
are just sitting
But
there
I
going,
don't
that's
know.
easy.
I'm thinking that Dragons team is going to beat this fucking Rabbits team by 50. So $1.10.
Yeah.
Not
Would
a
you say the
chance.
start 18.5 or something like that?
15.
15.5.
15.5.
It's going to be disgusting.
Yeah. All right. Last game is Cronulla Sharks versus the Parramatta Eels at Henson Park. So I reached out to Adam for the Sharky. Sharky, he got back to me, said Liam Eisen, he's a player that they've been really excited about for a while. And I watched some of the highlights on some of these players as well once I got some information back quick enough. Geez, Michael Gabriel. Let the boy watch.
My son Gabriel.
He can move.
Yeah.
He's a silky mover. I watched some of his New South Wales Cup highlights. Liam Eisen looks nice too, by the way. And Felix Fartilli. Fuck, he looks like I don't even know how to explain him. He's like he's like a big bopper. He's like an Andrew Fafita. He's like a 6'3", 4 sort of mobile, awkward.
Felix is.
Felix Fartilli, yeah. Watch out for him, Mace, on the weekend. Watch him on Sunday. Let me know what you think of him.
Who's the guy who's been coming off the bench for him? The big guy.
Hamlin Welle.
No. Played off the bench the last part of the year. It's fucking huge. It's massive. It's not Felix, is it?
Oh, no, that's Tuku Pu.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Is he in this game?
No, can't see him.
No, he's not.
No.
Hel Tapahu. Tuku Hel
Yeah.
Tapahu. I think that's who you're referring to. Nah, watch this. Watch this Felix Fartilli. Watch out for him. And Adam, he's been a front row himself. He reckons he's been looking pretty sharp. Stone Street on the wings. Yeah, the Gabriel kid, he looks like he's a centre. It looks like he's been there for a couple of years. I wouldn't be surprised if he at least competes with Sam Stone Street for that.
Stacked the deck. Fitzy, hasn't he?
Fitzy, yeah, right.
Fucks, he slightly just stacked the deck here.
Yeah. Hazelton, third degree burns, Talakai.
Eels have
The Dolph feel like the Dolph's on the outer.
Yeah.
Feel like the Dolph, yeah. Hasn't been re-signed. He's negotiating for himself as well.
100% he is.
No manager.
No manager, yeah.
The Dolph does what he wants.
He's
one-stop shop.
Yeah, he's just been like texting coaches and GMs and stuff.
Hey, what's going on? Just DM him.
He goes, he doesn't know if he'll continue to do it, just see what it's like. I think that was the article. Like he's just flirting with people and reaching out. So he's a funny one. I love him.
He's hilarious, mate.
And the Eels. Eels are pretty stacked as well. So Isaiah Yongi's playing in this game. Penasini and Russell. Simonson on the wing. Joash and Jonah Pezzett, 6 and 7. Pretty stacked team. Mitchy Moses said, and we talked about it while we were overseas, he loves Matt Dury. He reckons Matt Dury's just been fucking just frothing at the...
Do you reckon coaches talk before trials? Like Fitzy and Rilesy are good friends. What sort of team you putting on? This seems like a conversation had 2 weeks ago or a month ago.
I get what you mean by that.
Like, I don't like how just say South are going to have no hope against St George.
Oh, but the difference is with that,
I know they're going to Vegas and that, but even some other teams, I'm like, that doesn't seem like, like the Tigers and the Roosters.
Do you reckon Sticky's having conversations with anyone about who he wants up?
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, this seems like, all right, what are you doing, Fitzy? Are you going to have a decent crack? Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Then Rolls, gone, all right, well, I'll play my boys and get him a good hit out.
Okay.
Because you need that. Yep. Iron sharpens iron, as I always say. So
do you anticipate a couple of these teams not playing their stronger teams next week then in preparation for...
Yeah, because if you want your starters here, right, and you go, okay, I can back off next week, and then I fucking roll into it. You know what I mean? Like, because everyone's so worried about, touch wood, injuries and stuff like that, and player burnout and all that sort of shit, adding more footy, you know that you're going to be fit by round 1 anyway. There's no more warming into seasons. It's not it. You fucking hit the ground running, you're ready to roll.
Can't afford to drop.
Can't afford to drop fucking anything. And that's what the Premier teams do. They come in round 1, they know they take care of business. They know how to trial good. They got the nucleus of the team, and you don't have to fuck around. Teams like Para, that's what I'm saying. The relationship with Fitzy, he's like, I want to do this. I want to start my decent team. Are you going to do that, Fitzy? Yep. Fitzy goes, all right, bang, puts his main boys in there, and then he might back off next week, or he might go, who wants to play? Boom, blow it right out.
Because he's also got other stars, like he's got Nico and Trindle and all that playing meaningful minutes probably in the All-Stars game too. So makes sense. And Mitch, Rolls doesn't want Mitchy anywhere.
I don't want 2 fucking massive trial games.
Yeah.
You want 1. So if you're going to pick one, it's either would you pick this week? I'm not sure. I'm trying to just go back to when I was fucking trying. It'd be 1 game.
So I would prefer next week. If me personally, I got to choose.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking
because you have a week off.
I don't want a week off.
You have that Vegas week off already.
Yeah.
And I think there's maybe 1 more week before the action. No, sorry.
No.
Do they have 1 week off and then Vegas, or Vegas is the week off?
Vegas is the week off.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
And then their round 1 goes.
Yeah, so I would prefer to play next week and then have. I don't want 2 weeks off before the season.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Yep.
Yeah. Have a rest. Have your little rest on that weekend. Get everything right, and then roll in on the Monday.
Lukey and Eels fans, Mitchie said to watch out for Lorenzo Talatina.
Fucking cool.
Electric number 6 youngster.
Lorenzo.
He reckons he does some freaky stuff at training. So watch out for him. Lorenzo. He's in the 22 jersey. The Sharks
look like a bit of a team,
Eels,
right?
This will be close to a $1.70, $2.10 matchup, and I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go $1.80 Eels, $2 Sharks.
Ooh, no, not your best work to finish off. We've got Tab have Cronulla at $2.45.
Suck, mate.
And Parramatta Eels are $1.53. The line is 5.5 for a little Sunday afternoon at Hanson Park.
I was just rattled.
I'm not rattled.
Johnny rattled.
I'm not rattled.
Johnny Riddelled.
I'm not riddled. I'm not riddled. Johnny. 5.5 start for the Sharks team.
Fuck off. Sharks are going to get him, mate. Easy.
Well, they're underdogs.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I think the Sharks have got him.
So if you're going to have a play.
Yeah, here's your game. Here's your game.
Tab, chuck a little $10 on the 5.5, please.
Yeah.
Because that's a coin flip. That's a genuine coin flip.
Big
that
time.
Game. And Sharks are fucking...
Sharks are stacked, mate.
Yeah, they're all right. All right. We'll see you on Monday.
Enjoy footy. Good
Reviewing
luck.
All the... and enjoy the All-Stars game as well.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website